To talk about something this morning that's pretty wild. Tell you about this girl I dated back in it's between 1992 to 93, or something like that. This chick was crazy. I'm being very honest and open about it. We got together. First of all, my brother, I call him my brother, is my second oldest cousin. He told me, Rick, whatever you do not date this girl. She is crazy. She has hurt people. Yada yada yada. So I didn't pay that no attention. I'm like, yo, man, I'm 20 years old. I'm young. She looking good. She tall, legs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tall-legged girl. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get with this. So I didn't pay no attention to my brother. Man, I ain't gonna hear that mess, man. So I'm like, okay. So we got together. Sure enough, we kicking it. I decided, okay, this is back to some of the story I told y'all behind the scene about me moving in with. Anyway. So I got with this chick. We kicking it. Started noticing changes in her, man. She started to act crazy, doing little stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? I would question her about it. You know what I'm saying? But then she blew it off. Now this is when she started doing some stuff I'm telling y'all now. I don't condone any kind of violence, and I won't let you know. If you're in something that dealing with violence, get out of the relationship. I am not an expert. So I'm just letting you know up front. I am not an expert. I can only tell you about the situation I was involved that was very domestic. This chick started getting violent. I'm going to tell you when this actually kicked off. It was one Saturday. It was one Saturday night. And I just got off work from the police department. It's about 11 o'clock. So I'm waiting for her to come pick me up. She picks me up late. We had a little argument, blah, blah, blah. And we get to our apartment. So, kids, I guess the kids are with her mother or something like that. But she's upstairs, in the bed. So I'm downstairs. I'm relaxing. And I'm going to tell you what I was doing. Matter of fact, I had a 32-ounce Miller Lite beer. I tell you, I was down there just relaxing, drinking my beer, minding my business. Got the recliner kick back. Do you know this girl comes downstairs and goes ham on me? I know you down here doing the nasty with somebody, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're straight bugging. It's just me here. There's nobody else down here. Why are you straight bugging like that? I said, I don't got time for this. So next time I saw her, my mind is like, okay, she's going into the kitchen. I need to follow her because I don't know what she thinks. Sure enough, I go into the kitchen. I'm right behind her. I see her grab this knife. So I push up against the counter. I do not condone violence, please. So I push against the counter. Somebody she spent on me, and it's a little paring knife, and stuck me. I got a little spot above my eyebrow. Stuck me, and I started bleeding. You got to understand is when you drink alcohol, it makes the blood flow faster. So I'm bleeding. I mean, this blood just screaming down my face and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, shoot. So she throws me in the car. I got blood rag over my head. We get to the hospital. They got to call the police out. Believe me, I work for the police department. But anyway, call the police out. Guy comes out. I can give his name. Big Brass comes out. Yo, man, what's up, Rick? What we going to do? You going to press charges? Me being young and naive? No, I'm not. I'm cool. I'm good. We good. So, boom, get squared away, leave the hospital, go back to our place. We chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'm about tired of this relationship. I want out. I want to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? So she says, okay, fine, whatever. So, okay, I leave. I move in with my brother across town. I'm chilling. So somebody else, she calls me, convince me. Here I go. I go back. But before I get back, let me get back to the story in between there. So before I got back with her, I started talking to this other chick. And this other chick, I don't know how she got to her. She got to her and she scared her. The girl was scared for her life. To this day, she never told me what she said to her. She was scared. So I said, you know what? I'm done. So I drive my car across town. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I had on a black Oakland Raiders jacket that I got when I was in basic law enforcement school at the time. Just wait before I got into law enforcement. I was in basic training. So I bought this jacket, Raiders jacket, boom, boom, boom. So I go to the crib to go get like my things, not knowing that she got the girl and her girlfriend right in the kitchen. So she asked me questions, God. I'm serious. You can't make it up. She's asking me questions like, oh, so who was you with the other night? I heard you with this girl, blah, blah, blah. I said, and what? We're not together. We kind of split up so I can do my own thing. So I'm trying to go upstairs and get my stuff. Do you know, she snatched the right sleeve of my jacket, slam off, snatched it off. I had one sleeve on my jacket. I'm like, what is your problem? About this time, I see the chicks come out. I'm like, yo, what is going on? So the chick is like, yeah, we da 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 da. Man, let me tell you, I do not condone violence. I picked up this. When they ran out the door. I picked up this big swan. It hit a flower plant, and I slung it at him. Man, I never seen people run so fast to get away. They were talking like I'm crazy. It was a total disaster. I'm going after them. She's after me. So everybody's bugging. They get out, get in the car, get out. So I said, I got in my car, one sleeve, go back across town with my brother. We chilling. I'm staying with my brother. Somebody knows this. I get back with her. So this time, she said, I tell you what, let's just have a new environment. She lived in the projects. So I said, okay, cool. So we moved over behind my brother's apartment where my brother stayed there. We moved right behind, right directly up the hill behind him in the apartment complex. I'm thinking things going to get better. That's my thought process. I said, things going to get better since we don't move to a new place. It got worse. Okay, let me tell you how it got worse. Okay. I don't know what happened this day. This is back in the 90s, so we had pagers back then. So her pager was upstairs and it went off. I was downstairs just trying to wash it off, trying to get ready to go do some stuff outside. I'll go play some basketball. So I get ready to go do something. So I was going to take a quick wipe off, boom, 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 and make a move. Do you know she came down and started blaming me? I heard your pager going off. I know you're talking to some kind of woman. I'm going to say the word, some kind of woman. But I was like, yo, it's a pager. Mine didn't go off. It was yours. No, you're lying, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she's going off, bam, 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 going off. I'm like, what? I'm sick of this. So, mind you, I got on some shorts, no shirt. So, here's when it gets real weird. Because we had upstairs. She comes downstairs. We going at it. And I noticed this dresser. She pulls it out into the hallway going into the kitchen. And I'm not thinking, I go around it. I'm going ham. I'm going in on her, man, because she got me hot now. So, the thing that drove me nuts is this. She has never cooked for me before. Ding, 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 ding. Should have been a red flag. There should have been a bell going off in my coconut, right? Did not. So I see her boiling something. I'm thinking it's water. I see the chicken laying on the stove. I'm thinking it's water. I'm like, yo, okay, I'm gonna make my move. I'm still going off. Men, please listen to what I'm gonna tell you something you don't say, regardless of how you feel in general. I said the wrong word. I said the B word. I said, you B, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a dummy move. That is a dummy move, and it was a dummy move on my behalf. So I said it. So I see her shake her head like, thinking of it. So I said, I'm done with this. I'm out of it. So I turned my back and I'm walking. She calls my name. She was like, Ricky. So, reaction, response. I react, I turn around. Bam, she gashed me with this hot grease. And I got this big burn mark on my left side of my shoulder down to my back. Or she gashed me with grease. Somebody got in the back of my head. I'm telling you, and I'm trying to imagine me. I'm on fire. So I'm trying to get away from her. Do you know she comes in front of me, cuts me off from going out the front door, makes me sit on the stairs. I'm telling you, I was young and naive, so don't judge me right here. I was young and naive. Do not judge me. She blocks me off. I stay in Raleigh now, right by the hospital, Rex Hospital. Not Rex, I'm sorry. The hospital's on New Bern Avenue. Was the Wake Moss? Not Wake Me. I can't remember what the name of the hospital, but it's one right there on New Bern Avenue. Because I could walk the distance to it. Do you know she sat there and tried to give me a lecture? I'm sitting there swelling up and skin is bubbling and stuff. Do you know I walked to the hospital? I was burning so much I didn't know how to make a phone call. So I walked to the hospital. They're gonna call the police as usual. I said, nah, forget the police. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I made up some bullcap story. So anyway, I get taken care of, tell them what I need to do, blah, blah, blah. So I'm walking back. As I'm walking up the hill, the little road that turns into the apartment complex, she comes down with the car. I'm gonna tell you what she says to me. And you can't make this shit up. She says, been somewhere messing with a whore. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Look at my skin all bubbled up. Are you serious? Well, I don't care. Get in the car. Me like a dummy. Jump in the car. A dummy. I get in the car. She drives me back to the complex. She runs me some water in the tub. I get in the tub and try to keep this, some cold water, try to keep this thing from swelling. Get the cream, take care of all this stuff. So after a couple of days, it began to heal. It took a while. So, and a couple of days, I had to stay out for a while. So I ended up going back to the police department. So I had my campaign hat on. This is too funny. So my best friend Taylor, who he's my brother. That's my man. We haven't been through the good and the bad together. But anyway, so I'm like, yo, man, like we having a meeting this morning. I was a sergeant at the time, so I have a staff meeting for you on the floor. So at the staff meeting, my man said, Rick, I need to talk to you in private. Y'all need to bounce. He said, I need to talk to you in private. He said, what's going on, man? I said, what you mean? He said, take your hat off. I said, what you mean? Take your hat off. What's that on the back of your head? Well, I didn't tell him the other part of where she had hit me in the back of the head with a brick. I had a knot in the back of my head. You're not going to tell nobody you got hit by a woman in the back of the head with a brick. You don't do that. So my message, you got to get out of this relationship, man. She is going to hurt you severe. I said, man, I can't leave her. I said, I don't know what it is, man. She got something on me. I cannot leave this girl. He said, my man, please, Rick, I'm begging you to leave this girl because she's going to hurt you bad. And I couldn't, man. I couldn't. So, okay, he already got the 411 on me already. So that was on like a Monday or Tuesday. I was off on the weekends. So I was having a little get together at my townhouse. I'm sorry, townhouse. And I had a couple of guys that I knew from the police department to come over, right? Let me tell you how one person can support for everybody. Some of my boys are there, we kicking it, having a good time, out in the back, back there, kicking it. Then she came around the back like, yo, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. I'm looking at my dudes. I said, y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. Let me tell you something. They got up and got gone. They was like, oh, hell no. We ain't dealing with her crazy butt. So they just jetted and left me. And I'm looking crazy. Like, them my dudes, what's going on with you? I want you to be here by yourself. You don't need them. I'm so naive, guys. I'm sorry. I was just so naive. This is the second time we done moved now. We moved from, stop the story right there. I'm going to go back. I'm sorry. I jumped ship. Well, this last was two more things that happened in that complex. The second thing was she took all of my suits, not my uniforms, but my suits that I had bought, took them out to the parking lot. Man, this is so crazy. It looked like the scene from the I can't remember the movie, guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When a girl threw the match in the car and burnt the car and stuff. It's like a scene from that movie where she took the lighter fluid and just set all my clothes on fire. I mean, she was straight bugging. She was so jealous. If somebody even spoke to me, she was straight bugging. Okay, I'm like, bam. So we still in the same complex, man. You now. All right. So I let that slide down. My brother, my cousin, I call him my brother. So if I say that, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, yo, Rick, what's going on with you, man? I told you not to get with this girl. She is bad for everybody. So I'm like, okay, you're right, man. So I said, you need to make a move. I said, all right, I'm gonna make a move. I couldn't. She had these grips on me that I couldn't let go. It wasn't for that thing. Don't say what you're thinking in your mind. It wasn't about that either. So let's get that. Erase your mind. Clear head, not a dirty mind. It wasn't about that. So the third incident that took place it was on a Saturday night. I don't know what happened. We just got in a little argument. I had been gone. I had took it on. I think I had walked down towards town or something. Because I stayed close to the heart of Raleigh, so I could walk where I need to go. I didn't have to drive. So I think I went somewhere. I don't know if might have walked to my brother's house. I can't remember. But anyway, all I know is I got back to the house. Do you know what she made me do? She made me strip down to my tighty whities and took a little knife and stuck it in my private area and said, I will cut it off. Were you with somebody? No. Yes, you was. I said, no, I wasn't. And the guy that stayed above us was a preacher. So I said, y'all need to stop this. I said, it's not me, it's her. Ma'am, you need to leave him alone. She looked at him and said, you don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do. And I'm saying, he was about my own hope. He was my last black hope to help me. Man, he shut that window down, left that alone. And I said it's an accident. She split me between the spot down there and it bled a little bit. It wasn't bad, but I did go to the doctor to get a check, but I was cool. It was nothing major. Just a little slip. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. So by my brother staying down the hill behind us, I packed my stuff. I just moved in with my bro. I said, yeah, man, you can stay here, man, chill. This day was on a Friday. Now, I moved in on a Thursday. Everything was cool. I didn't go by and see her. I went straight to work to the police department, did my thing. Do you know? She comes down on a Friday. My brother's at work. I'm home. I get like 3 o'clock. She comes down and knocking on the door. Bam, bam, bam. I want to talk to you. Bam, bam, bam. I want to talk to you. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I ain't got time or the patience. You think I might not have had the patience, but I had the time because she made a way to get up in there. So I cracked the door a little bit. She pushed the door, come up in there. So I'm like, yo, what is your problem? I do not condone violence. But we got into it. And let me tell you, she was taller than I was. I think she was at least 6'1", 6'2". Solid. Not no fat on, solid girl. Said I had a kid and everything, but solid. Let me tell you something. Me and this girl was in there scrapping. We was scrapping. I mean, she was putting the wood, throwing the blows. I had to do what I had to do. But I do not condone violence. Please, guys, I do not. And I don't believe in putting hands on. I don't believe in one putting hands on me either. But this is my young stage, so please forgive me. So we in there getting down. So here's the problem. So she grabs like the phone cord. Back then, had the telephones, the cord, and she's like choking me. I'm like, I'm struggling. I'm about to go down. So I actually, so what I did was I took my fist. I didn't punch her. I do not condone violence. Took a backhand with my fist and hit her right in the nose till she let go. And at that time, my brother came home. He busted up. What the hell is going on? You, talking to her, you get the hell out. Rick, you get the hell out. I said, but I'm your bro. He said, I don't give a damn. You will not turn up nothing in my house that I paid for. Like that. I'm like, yo, he's Rick, you gotta go. You gotta go. All right, so kind of have me, me and her talk. We got back together. That's all. Now, this is the time we said, oh, we probably need to move to get a new environment. So this we moved to the townhouse. Nice area. Moved to the townhouse. This when the other stuff happened when she told my buddies they got to go. All right, they got to go. So they left. This girl used to make me sleep. I used to sleep in my car. Had to go. Only time I go in the house is to take a shower to go to work. That's it. The only time I go in the house is when she's gone. She'll leave, take the kids to school, whatever. I could go in the house, get my shower in, and go to work. I was always going to work. There's no problem with that. But something went down that day in that townhouse, and we no hands on, don't condemn, no violence here. Something went on. I felt it broke. I was a Kim. I'm done. I am totally done with you. I don't want to see you no more, guys. So I am packing all my stuff, putting it in my little car. My buddy used to call my car a little wind-up car. Had a little small Plymouth. He said, man, all you gotta do is put the crank kind of like, wing, 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 wind it up, and you can take off and go. But that was some joke for him and I. But anyway, so I packed my little car, my little stuff I got. She said, where you going? I said, I'm done with you. And that day I moved. And I didn't come, I came back one time. I moved in with my brother. I ain't had no shit out of you. That's cool. So I moved all my stuff in. So I couldn't go back and get my other stuff. Because she said if I come back, she said she would stab me. Let me make sure you understand me. She would do it. Guarantee she'd have done it. So what did I call some of the boys from the police department? I said, yo, my mans, I need to get my stuff out of there because I got an interview at the other place, so I need to get my stuff. And the guy said, all right, Rick, we'll go there. We'll meet you there. Don't worry about it. He said, you can kick your door off the hinge. You need to go in there, but we got you. Sure enough, I get that. She's going to let me in. She said, who is it? I said, me, I need to get my stuff. You ain't getting nothing. At the time, my boy said, you better open that door. So she came out, opened the door, went back up the stairs. Stood at the top of the stairs. Mind you, my stuff is all down the bottom stairs. She got this big, she had the knife. She did. She had the knife down by her leg. And my man said, if you raise that knife, you will not see another birthday. I said, what? Yeah, they was not playing. So I got all my stuff. That was the end of her and I. So you think. Let's not stop the story there. Let's keep it going. So I moved back with my brother. I get back with the same chick that I ran away from the house. For her, I get together. She's at my brother's apartment. We kicking it. I think she ended up moving back with her mother. So me and the other girls kicking it. We at my place, got the lights off. Do you know this clown was outside of my window hollering, come out. Come out of here. Don't be scared. Come out. Then I look down there. I see it was these some goons. There's two different things between a goon and a thug. Thug got a little bit teeny weeny class about him. Goons has no class. No class. These were goons. I'm looking at see these goons out there. And her, she got like a gun. She said, I got a gun. I believe she had a gun. I doubt she never waited. I thought I saw it in her hands. I might have been mistaken, but I did not put any doubt in my mind that she didn't have a gun. But she had the goons with her. So I'm thinking, this girl's scared. She said, oh, you got me in a bunch of mess. No, I don't, because she's not my girl. You can stay here. She said, I ain't staying here. I said, well, if this is what it's like to go down, I might sneak you out the back door. So I said, but she said, here's one problem. Your car's around the front, but she didn't know her car. I don't think she knew her car, because when they went to her house that time, they put the other girl's car. So they didn't know her car. She didn't know her car. So, all right, cool. No problem. All right, so I'm talking. I saw dial 911, guys. I'm not gonna deal with this no more. Call the popo. As I'm calling the police, about the time her and the goons, I guess it was like, oh, we don't want no parts of this. Her and the goon squad, they bounced. So me and the girl, eventually like, you know what? This is not worth it. It's not worth me getting killed over you, you almost killed me the first time yourself. It's a metaphor. I did not, none of that. So please, I don't condone violence. Please, please. So I said, okay, cool. We're going to cut it off. Boom, no problem. All right. So we stopped talking. Stuff went on cool. We had nothing else from this girl. Nothing. I'll make sure you understand this part too. I will not call her name because she is like Beetlejuice. If you say Beetlejuice 3 times, she'll probably appear. So I don't never want to call her name, period. And it's been since 94. I never want to call her name. So I don't want her to come to hit the Beetlejuice thing and she comes. So let's leave that alone. So before I start messing this other girl, I want to start messing this other girl. She found out, I don't know. She found this other girl I was messing with. Found out about her, and she told the girl, and the girl came back and told me, she told me if I keep talking to her, she's gonna do some damage to me. Like, I said, what you mean damage? She's probably take me out. I said, what the going on? What's this chick? I'm like, I don't talk to her no more. I'm done with her. She would not stay out of my life and out of my business. I don't know what it was. I don't care to know what it was. All I know is she would not stay out of my business. So in October of, I think in 1994, if I'm not mistaken, October, June of 1994, I just packed up my crap and I came down this way to Wilmington, North Carolina and never looked back. Never want to remember her name, which I do. I don't want to remember, but I do. Never looked back. Well, a couple of years within that 90s, to say 95, 96, I was talking to somebody that knew the family. And the guy kind of gave me some insight because I never seen the father to son's father. I heard about him. She would talk about him, blah, 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 all the time. But I never, actually knew where he was at. So this guy was like, I said, what's the deal with this dude? I'm going to tell you what the guy told me. So if you don't know by now, Rick, she ran that guy so crazy that he was admitted to the nut house, to the crazy house. She was getting a check from him. She had drove this man P.O. crazy. I didn't know this. No idea. If I had an idea she done blown that man crazy, what you thinking she was trying to do to me? She was trying to drive me insane. She drove a grown man insane. Man, in a nut farm. What about me? I could have been that person as well. So, guys, I'm kind of about to end this. Let me tell you something, guys. I do not condone violence. And if you are in a relationship that you got to put hands on each other, somebody needs to leave. And it's not me. I can't tell you what to do. I've been through the domestic stuff. I have the bruises to prove it. I know it's hard to get out. I know it is. It's a fact. I lived it. I tried everything in my name to get out of it. But it was hard. So I finally had to make that decision. I got to go. I can't do this anymore. This is not fair to me. It's not me, not her. I'm talking to me. She was the aggressor the whole time. And plus, she was bigger than me, man. She was taller than me. She was almost like looking over top of my head. What do I expect? You know what I'm saying? What would I expect out of this? And I keep going back to little clips I remember. I'm sorry about this guy, but I got to put this in there. This particular time, it was in the daytime. I came to her house. This is before I even moved in with her. Came to see her, blah, blah, blah. She said, so I think a kid wasn't home. Her kids was going to get going somewhere with a mom or something. I don't know. But she said, look, I want to get down, get busy. I'm like, I ain't in the mood. I ain't feeling this. I'm not feeling this stuff. And I wasn't, I'm feeling it. She said, well, I'm in the mood and I want to get down. I said, well, I don't want to get down. I just want to go just chill with you, kick it for a little while. Then I'm bounce going back to, back over to my place. He said, and she grabs me. Dude, because I was a real skinny then. I was probably weighed about 145, 150 pounds then. I was real small. She snatched me up, man. Just like something like, how my man said it on next Friday. It's like the metrics, just like the metrics when she snatched me. I want it. I said, I don't. And she said, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to tell you, you ain't taking nothing here, period. She said, oh, it's like that. So what's going on is you've been doing something with another woman. I said, come on, man. I don't have the time for this. I said, right then should have been my first sign to leave her alone. It should have been a sign to leave her alone. But it should have been a sign to leave her alone. My brother told me to leave her alone. But I didn't. But she worked with him, so he knew her better than I did. But me being young and naive, I didn't care. She just looked good. I wanted her. But let me end this the right way. If you find yourself in a situation male or female, the first day, uno, that someone puts their hands on you for any reason, you have to leave then. You can't think about it. You can't listen to this right here. Oh, I won't do it again. She said the same thing to me. Exact same thing she said to me. I don't do that no more, I promise you. It kept happening over and over and over and over again. Till eventually I had to break that curse. I had to break, not a curse, let's say that cycle. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I had to finally put my foot down and say, enough is enough. It is time to get out of this relationship. I cannot keep doing this to myself. And I would never bring my girls even to that environment because my daughter was born, one or two of my daughters were born then. All my kids were born, I'm sorry. I would never brought my kids to that environment. I didn't ever want my kid to meet that clown. That was a clown. I'm serious. And I don't say this about a woman. That wasn't a woman. I don't know what it was. But that was not a woman. That was a beast, a beastly of a woman. She was dangerous. She was like a hyena in the wild. I'm serious, man. And it's bad when your whole police department is afraid of her. Well, my shift was afraid of her. And I remember I gave her a ring, a nice little diamond ring I had bought for her, the kindness of my heart. Do you know what she did with that diamond ring? She took that thing and took her teeth and squares it and threw it. I don't want that cheap mess. Threw it in the trash can. My buddy seen it. He was like, yo, Rick, she's dangerous. Please, Rick, leave her alone. This dude would beg me to leave her alone. I just couldn't. She had that grip on me. I couldn't let go. And I was in love. I was blinded by love. You ever that song called Blinded by the Light? I was blinded by the light. This 6'1" Amazon blinded me. She had my soul, body, and mind. Guys, what I'm saying is, don't get caught up in the looks. Women, don't get caught up in the looks. If the first sign of they putting their paws on you, leave. I wish I could go back and take my old advice now and give it to my younger self. I would never got in that situation. I would never been having these big scars on my back. But she always said this. And she said this to me. She says, you will always remember the rest of your life. The rest of your life will remember. She did not lie. I got the bruises on my left side to prove it. I got the little scar on the top of my head to prove it. I got a scar in my private area to prove it. She was right. And she made it. She stuck to what she said she was going to do, and she done it. And she said, I'll never forget her. And she is correct. But I don't like to lay around and think about it now. The hell with that. Not now. But all I want to say, guys, I want you guys to hear my story. So, ladies, men, it don't matter who you are. If you feel yourself in a situation like I was in, make a move. Get out. Don't continue to stay there. That person is not for you. They're for somebody else, but not you. Once hands started flying, it's time to start leaving. So, just take some of my advice. And it may not be the best advice, but like I said, I want you to hear it from me. The story that I've been through, that domestic stuff. I felt the wrath. I know how it feels. I never want nobody ever to experience what I felt. So if you all, somebody that you know, you love, that's having issues and you know about it, please, by all means, step in. Give them help immediately. Day one. If they said they touched them on day one, you say, we got to go now. We got to go now. That means you got to get them out of that situation immediately. Don't think about it. Make it happen the first day. Do not be like I was. I lived through pure hell for at least 2 to 3 years. Pure hell. I was never a day I had peace on this earth with that girl. I mean, if you think I'm lying, this girl was the devil so bad. She had called my mother. I'm trying to end the guys. I'm sorry. I keep thinking about little things. She had called my mom one night and said, I'm going to kick his butt. My mom said, do what you got to do, but don't call me. Click. Hung the phone up. I said, wow, I see how much my mom think about me. But, hey, guys, I love y'all. I want you to hear this story. Just something, you may just cipher through and find something that you like about it or you may love about it. But if you could, just kind of give me a like about it. Just, give me a thumbs up. Tell me you like it. Comment. Give me a comment. If some content you want me to talk about, you can always hit me up in my email or hit me up in the comment. If there's something that you want to get off your chest that you want me to talk about, just let me know. Word it the way you want to word it. And I'll put it out for you. I have no problem with that. But I want to tell y'all, thank y'all. Thank you for the people that do listen to me. And also, guys, pass my podcast on to some of your friends. Let them get involved, because I'm trying to build this station up as best as I can, but I need your help. So I need your help. Help to get the subscribing up. Click on that thing. Let's get some thumbs up on this. Get some comments going. Tell some of your friends. Some friends you don't even like, tell them too. Just come and check out my channel. Help me get these numbers up on my channel. Guys, I appreciate you. I thank you. I love you. Take care of yourself.